Got this shirt in the mail. Like it. Dude, what makes this whole thing worse is that, like, when I sit down, the whole neck folds over and everything. I look so American right now. Not only am I sitting here with a chubby version of me on my shirt, I'm drinking an Oreo shake at the same time. Oh. Oh, I have no shame. Recently over at my house, I would say over the past 2 or 3 days, I guess, I've been helping somebody, my aunt in particular, look for a new house to move into. It's in a whole situation, I was just sitting there like helping her look out for places. Like I was looking on like Craigslist and just like looking at all the advertisements and stuff. Drove uptown, looked around a little bit. And as I was doing this kind of you know, adult related kind of thing, you know, like purchasing or leasing a house or something like that, renting and all that fancy shit, I realized as I was sitting there just looking at all these houses and then actually getting in contact with people, I realized I don't know jack shit. Like, not only do I not know shit about, you know, being an adult whatsoever, the people that I get in contact with in order to, like, buy these houses or, like, at least talk to them in order to move in or whatever, they always seem to act like they're extremely confused that I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. They're confused that I'm confused. Most people will be like, all right, well, I mean, what is there to be confused about, you know? It's pretty straightforward. It's pretty straightforward, Jason. It's not. Like, they just ask me questions that I have no idea how to answer. Like, they'll come to me and they'll be like, hey, you should be a co-signer. I'm sitting there, I'm like, a co-signer of what? Like, why do I have to sign something with somebody else? And then they explain all these reasons, and I'm sitting there like, okay, but yeah, but why can't you just have it? I don't get it. Like, I know in the grand scheme of things that, like, it actually does make sense, but every single thing that they ask you has some sort of purpose. Like, whether it has to do something with, like, your previous places that you lived, or, like, credit, or, like, do you owe anything? Just anything. All that shit aside, all the places, like, when these people are selling them, act like they're like, the best place on earth, and, like, the people there are kind of sketchy. Like, not the people that live in the area, the people that are selling the places are, like, super sketch. Like, I found this place that looked pretty nice, it looked affordable for her. I was like, all right, cool, we'll go check it out. We get there, and this guy, like, walks up. He has like a all black suit on. He looked like he should have been in Men in Black. I walk up, he goes, hello, good afternoon. I'm like, hey, thanks for having us. Shake his hand and everything, and he gives me the firmest grip in the world. He crushes my little hand. I feel like this guy could have been a hitman. We go into the little house, right? It's just got like one bedroom. It's a small little place. Don't need anything fancy, none of that. One person, one bedroom, perfect. So we walk into the place, and initially I realized, like, in the carpet, there's like multiple bleach spots. Like, the carpet's supposed to be brown. Like, the majority of the carpet is brown, and then there's just like random blotches of just straight like a vanilla color. Like, there was bleach on the floor at some point. And I asked him about it. I'm like, hey, what are all these spots on the floor? He goes, oh yeah, we had one of the maintenance guys come out here to clean up all this stuff that was all over the carpet. And I was like, what do you mean stuff all over the carpet? And he goes, oh, I don't know, spills and all this other stuff. And I'm sitting there and I asked him, I was like, wait, well, how long did the people that were living here before live here for? Oh yeah, they lived here for just a few months. They were a good group of people. He tried to convince me that these spots on the floor were just like people spilling drinks and stuff all over the floor, I guess, and then like, and they just like got stained and whatever, and he just was cleaning them out. But the thing is, he said these people stayed there for only a couple months, right? How could they have accumulated that many? Dude, I wish I could have taken a picture of it. How could you have accumulated? How could you have dropped that many drinks and spilled that many things on that carpet in a couple months? Like, I'm telling you guys, in a room that's about the size of this, there was at least 20 spots on the ground, and then one giant spot that looked like, honestly, I'm almost convinced that somebody was actually murdered in this place. We're walking around in this little place. There's not much to walk around in, but you know, end up opening one of the closets, right? And in the closet, big ass hole in the wall. Like, somebody just got sucked through it. Like some poltergeist type shit, like just getting sucked through the hole in the closet. I pointed out to him, I'm like, hey, what's this hole in the wall? And he's like, oh, I didn't even think that you could even open this closet. I'm not sure. We'll have to talk to the landlord about that one. This place is like a fixer-upper, you know what I mean? And this is probably not good. Like, I was already turned off initially, but the longer that we were there, like, the place just got worse and worse and worse. Like, this guy didn't even, like, do a good job at all of, like, even trying to convince us otherwise. It's like he's lied for so long that he's just like, well, they're gonna figure out it's a lie anyway, so I might as well just tell the shittiest lies in the world. So much to the point to where he actually just started telling the truth. Now, I'm not gonna go and say that I live in one of the, like, worst parts of New Jersey. I'm not, like, from fucking Chicago or some place that has, like, a crazy murder rate or something. I am not. No, I am soft, okay? I am very soft. I mean, drug deals and shit like that, you know, I'm used to that. You know, it's everywhere, no matter where you are. Even in, like, the richest neighborhoods in the world, somebody's got a fucking meth lab somewhere. Somebody watched Breaking Bad, have a meth lab in their basement somewhere. I wouldn't be surprised if my neighbors did. So we ended up getting into this conversation to where he said that, oh yeah, this place has been around a long time. The place was in much worse shape before. It is much better now than it was before. And I was like, what do you mean it's in much better shape? You mean the building was in like a really bad shape, or you mean like the people? He goes, oh, it's a combination of things. Like the buildings now, I know it's not the prettiest in the world. After I showed him the hole in the wall, he's like, but the people around here, it's just gotten much more quiet. Like there used to be all sorts of like little parties here, and it's kind of like a little cul-de-sac almost. Like you drive in and all you can do is just drive a circle around and then you just go back out. What do you mean the area is quiet now. He goes, oh, before, I mean, we had, he just casually said it. He goes, oh, you know, just like a lot of drug activity. And I was like, oh, I mean, like, you know, I'm used to that, you know, drug activities everywhere. No matter where you go, country, state, doesn't matter. There's always like drug activity. That's just how it is. That was like, you know, it's fine. They're not gonna bother me. And he goes, oh, yeah, and there's been a couple, you know, drive-by shootings and stuff in the area. And I'm sitting there and I look out to the street because it's like a little window. I'm sitting there like, I could have been a target standing right here. And he goes, oh, no, but the last shooting that was here was like 10 years ago, so. What are you saying? He just said it like nonchalantly, like it wasn't even a big deal. Like this isn't like a crucial selling point here. What if the person that had somebody that was murdered here is still here plotting their next anybody that moves into the goddamn place? Now, he didn't say that somebody was shot in the house. Nobody died in there, he said. Because, you know, I asked. Jokingly, I asked, but I was actually kind of serious. You know, because when I asked him, I was like, is there anything we should know about the place? You know, like, are there bugs? Did, like, somebody get murdered in here? You know what I mean? He goes, oh, no, no, no. You know, just a couple drive-by shootings. It didn't help that the entire time that he was talking, he never took his shades off. We were inside. It was kind of a cloudy day, too. It made no sense. So, I mean, it's safe to say that, no, we're not going there at all. We got murders, a poltergeist, meth labs, and shit. It's not gonna happen. I'm sorry. Now, I mean, at least now the price makes sense. No more drive-by areas. Please.